Okay, we've all been there, right? That feeling. The one where your whole world spins around a single person. A text message can make your day, and a lack of one can completely break it. It feels huge, like it's the most important thing ever. But have you ever stopped to wonder what's actually going on inside your brain? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're pulling back the curtain on the science of this super powerful and, yes, sometimes totally overwhelming experience.
And no, that is not an exaggeration. I mean it. Research actually shows that the intense high you get from a new crush, it chemically looks almost identical to the effects of an addictive drug inside your brain. And just like any powerful drug, if you don't understand it, if you don't manage it, it can get, well, dangerous. And just look at this number. This isn't some small thing that happens to a few people. One study found that a massive 80% of young people get distracted from their own goals, their dreams, the stuff that's going to build their future, all because of these intense feelings. So this isn't just about a crush. It's about making sure that crush doesn't end up steering your life off a cliff. So, what's the deal? Is this just a harmless phase we all go through, or is it something more, like a genuine addiction? To get to the bottom of that, we first need to understand the journey it takes you on. Because as wild and chaotic as it all feels in the moment, it actually follows a surprisingly predictable pattern. Let's break down these 5 stages of attraction. It always starts at stage 1, normal attraction. You see someone, you think they're amazing, maybe even perfect, but then things ramp up. Stage 2, obsession. All of a sudden, they're living rent-free in your head. Now, if you're lucky, you get to stage 3, connection. Things are going well, but then stage 4 hits, the reality check. You start noticing they're not so perfect after all. And for a lot of people, this whole journey ends right here, at stage 5, rejection or a breakup. And for teenagers, this final stage is the real danger zone. It's not just about feeling sad. For some, it can be a total emotional crisis. The fallout can be so intense, it completely throws you off course, from your schoolwork, your career goals, everything. So just take a second here. Looking at these stages, just be honest with yourself. Where are you right now? Or maybe, where have you been before? Just recognizing the pattern is the very first step to getting a handle on it. So why are these stages so ridiculously intense when you're a teen? Look, it has nothing to do with being weak or not having willpower. It all comes down to brain chemistry. So let's dive into the science of what's actually happening up there. First up, let's talk about your prefrontal cortex. You can think of this as the CEO of your brain. It's in charge of logic, planning for the future, and making smart decisions. The thing is, in teenagers, this part of the brain is basically still under construction. The foundation is there, but the wiring isn't all connected yet. And that means your brain is naturally built to prioritize big, immediate feelings over calm, rational thinking. And then there's this guy, dopamine. Every single time you think about your crush or you get a notification from them, your brain gives you a little hit of this feel-good chemical. It creates this powerful reward loop. Your brain is basically screaming, yes, that felt amazing, do it again. And that is the chemical engine that drives the whole obsession stage. And while that's happening, something else is going on with your serotonin. Think of serotonin as your brain's common sense filter. Well, during an intense crush, your serotonin levels can actually drop. This basically turns down the volume on your inhibitions, making it way harder to tell a good idea from a really, really bad one. This is the science behind why we sometimes do things we seriously regret later. And if things go south, well, the pain you feel is scientifically proven to be worse. Yeah, look at this. Research from Yale University found that because of all these brain factors, teenagers feel the emotional pain of a breakup way more intensely than adults do, up to 30% more. Your brain literally registers more pain. It's not just in your head. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. Okay, so with all this crazy chemistry hijacking your brain, how on earth are you supposed to know if what you're feeling is real, the start of actual love, or if it's just a temporary brain game? Let's try to figure that out. This chart breaks it down pretty clearly. Let's walk through it. How long has it been going on? If we're talking weeks, it's likely a brain game. Months or years? Could be love. What's the attraction based on? Is it mostly about their looks? Brain game. Or is it about who they are as a person? That's potential love. And how does it feel? Like a crazy emotional roller coaster? Or does it feel stable and secure? Finally, what's your focus? Is it all about you and how they make you feel? Or are you genuinely focused on their happiness? All right, it's time for a quick gut check. Let's forget about labels for a minute and just look at the real-world impact this is having on you.
I'm going to ask 5 questions, and I just want you to be totally honest with yourself. Okay, number 1, are you distracted from your goals? Number 2, do you find yourself constantly checking your phone, just waiting for them to reply? 3, if they don't reply, do you start to doubt yourself, thinking you did something wrong? 4, does your mood for the entire day literally depend on whether or not you've heard from them? And last one, number 5, have they become more important than your friends, your family, even yourself? Okay, so how'd you do? If you answered yes to 2 or more of those questions, that's a pretty big sign that this attraction might be turning into a dangerous distraction. But listen, don't panic. That doesn't mean you're powerless here, not at all. The good news is you can absolutely take back control.
So it is time to shift gears. We've understood the problem, now let's solve it. What we have here is a practical 5-step toolkit designed to help you reset your brain and get your focus back on track.
Here are the 5 tools in your new kit. First, cognitive reprogramming. This is how we fight that dopamine loop head-on. Second, eliminate free time, because obsession loves a bored mind. Third, avoid triggers. You know what they are, the songs, the places, the social media rabbit holes. Fourth, use the 10-minute delay, a super simple trick to give your logical brain a chance to catch up. And finally, number 5, ask what's important. It's a game-changing question. Okay, let's zoom in on the most powerful tool here, cognitive reprogramming. Right now, your brain is stuck playing a highlight reel of this person. It only remembers the good stuff to get that dopamine hit. To break that cycle, you have to consciously do the opposite. Whenever you start thinking about them, force yourself, and I mean force yourself, to list their flaws, their bad qualities, the annoying things they do. I know it sounds weird, but when you do this over and over, you are literally retraining your brain and short-circuiting that reward system. And in the end, it all boils down to this one simple question. The next time you feel yourself getting pulled into that obsessive spiral, just stop and ask yourself, what is truly important for me right now? Is it this feeling that's gonna fade? Or is it my future, my goals, my family, my own well-being? The answer is already in there. You just have to listen to it.